Hey guys, welcome back to Cute Claws with Kelly. Today I have a special video for you. So this was actually a subscriber request for my filing routine. So I will have the video for the mani that you see, the yellow there with the encapsulated glitter pieces, that will be posting probably next week or so. But wanted to get this filing video up first, since again it was a specific request that I had. So I am using my Tammy Taylor nail file. So this is, I'm not sure the grit on this. I know that it's pretty fine. It's not the purple Terminator file, which is the more coarse file. But unfortunately I've worn off all the information that this file had on it. So I will link it down in the description box, but it came with the Tammy Taylor kit that I got when I first started doing like regular acrylic nails, and it's been my favorite file ever since. So you can see here I just go in on my sidewalls and then my free edge, and then for this particular look I'm just kind of rounding the corners of the nail a little bit. You can hear my kitty at the door. I think she's trying to come in, but anyway, so I'm just kind of rounding the corners a little bit with that. And then well, hello Molly, you came to say hello. Silly cat. So yes, I know you're here. Say hello to everybody. Sorry guys, sorry to get off track with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with this file on each of my nails, doing, you know, like I said, all of the sidewalls and the free edges, and then I'm gonna come in with the e-file afterwards to do the top of the nail, as well as, you know, that area next to the cuticle, to get that really nice and even, and you know, the well that you kind of create when you're doing dip nails, when you run the cuticle stick around, that's like the area that I like to get my nail drill right up into. So you'll see that here soon. So I am going to just sit back and let you guys watch, and if there's anything else that I feel like I need to let you know along the way, I will pop back in. So here I'm coming in with my newest nail e-file, I should say, the Glamador. This is one that I picked up on Amazon. Again, I will link it down in the description box for you. It is a perfect beginner-friendly type e-file. It's really light. It's not bulky. It doesn't go very fast, meaning that it doesn't have like a whole lot of power that some of the bigger e-files have. But I find that it works perfectly, and I pretty much just, when I'm doing this part of the filing, I have it on the very lowest setting anyway, so it's not like you ever will need it to go as fast as it can go. The only time that I tend to turn it up and go a little bit faster is when I'm doing, I have a different bit on, like a more coarse grit drill bit on there, and that's when I'm like trying to like take off like maybe the top coat of my nail when I'm getting ready to like soak off and change my set. So this particular drill bit here, this diamond one, it's really again user friendly. This is not a bit that you have to worry about really it hurting you. I mean, yes, it can still hurt you. You have to be careful, you know, when you go around your skin. But for the most part, it's really user friendly and beginner friendly. So this is the one I would recommend. It does come with this drill bit, with this drill, the snail drill, the bits that came with it. This was one of them. So it's my favorite one to use just because it's so gentle. But this is kind of my routine. So I go around, you know, the cuticle area, and then I go over the top of the nail, you know, first like this, kind of up and down, and then I turn my hand and kind of go, you know, side to side, from sidewall to sidewall around it too. So this is just kind of getting any funky spots down on the nail that might be, you know, causing the nail to be a little bit uneven. And, you know, really I concentrate my e-file on my sidewalls just to kind of debolt the sidewalls if I need to. But, you know, depending on how experienced you are at dipping your nails, if you're doing really even coats of the dip base, then you probably don't need to do a whole lot of filing. If you're less experienced and you're kind of finding that your nails are looking a little bit chunky and thick, then you know, you really can utilize this e-file to kind of debolt the nail and make it look nice. So not everybody is a fan of the e-file. Certainly you don't have to have one to do your nails. You can do everything with a hand file, and that's fine. It's up to you on what you want to use. I just find for me that it goes a little bit faster, and since I've been doing nails for so long, I'm pretty comfortable using it. So the biggest thing I would say with the e-file is that you just need to make sure that you have a steady hand, that you're going slow until you get, you know, your footing down and that you're comfortable with it. So I'm going to speed up the video here on the rest of the nails, and I'm going to let you watch me finish filing this hand. I'll be back with you all in a little bit. Okay, so now that hand is done, I'm going to switch over and work on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. So what you saw me do there with the drill is it has a setting on forward or reverse, and so I'm just changing it because I want the drill bit to spin the opposite direction of the way that I'm working the drill. I just switched it over, but I kept it on the very lowest setting. And I know I don't show you guys a whole lot of me working on my non-dominant hand just because I'm slower with it. Like, obviously, like, it's not my good hand. So I have to go a little bit slower with everything that I do. I do feel like a lot of times, when I do my manicures, I am one of those that does the same look on both hands. And I do feel like it comes out the same, maybe sometimes even a little better on my non-dominant hand, actually, because I'm just taking my time and I'm working a little bit slower. I know that that's the case for several women that I watched on YouTube. So I know it seems scary when you first get started with nails. You're like, how in the world am I going to work on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand? And I promise you, it gets easier. You just, like everything else, practice makes perfect. Just take your time and go slow and it'll be okay. Now, it's not going to be like when you go into the nail salon, right? And you sit down and you have like a perfect manicure with acrylic nails in 2 hours. It's going to take you a while to get there to where you can get your manis done pretty quick. But, I find that the time that it takes is really therapeutic for me. And yes, my very first set of nails, it probably took me the better part of the full day spending on my nails as I was learning how to do them. But then, as time goes on, now I've been doing nails for probably, over a year on my own. Working with the dip system specifically since about February of this year, and it goes a lot faster. Also, depending on what you're doing, if like for me, if I'm doing something like I'm ombreing, that's going to take me a little bit longer than if I'm just doing like a regular standard dip. If I'm doing foils or encapsulating glitter or any of the other kind of nail art stuff, well, that's going to take a little bit longer. But I definitely would say that if I'm just doing kind of a standard dip, I can probably get that done in around 2.5, maybe 3 hours now. And to be honest, you know, the nail salons, when you go in, they're all about turning your chair. You know, they got to get that next person in so that they can, you know, continue to make money and see as many clients as they can in a day. And I just, I feel like when you're doing your own nails, you can take your time and be a little bit more of a perfectionist in areas, do a little bit more better cleanup, and things like that. So I think that, you know, doing a nice set of nails in 3 hours is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I have seen different messages from women in different Facebook groups that I follow where they're like, oh, I can get my mani done in like an hour or 45 minutes. And I'm just not there yet. But, you know, as I continue to do nails, I think that I'm getting better every time. So there's that. Just a little bit of inspiration for you guys to just keep working at it. It will get easier. So I'm gonna just let the video run and let you guys watch me continue to work on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, just so that you can see that, you know, this is how far I've come with it. I'm sure I'll get better, but just to kind of give you guys something to look forward to with your own work as you go. It's not something that is rocket science, right? You're going to be able to figure it out. You just got to stick with it. So I'll come back in a little bit, and I'll kind of show you what I do right before I would get to the stage of like top coating my nails. So I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so I'm getting finished up filing my last nail on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. I'm just going to switch off the drill and move that out of the way, and then I'm going to go in with one of my dusty brushes and just kind of remove all of the nail dust from the filing. And then after this, I'm gonna show you guys kind of the last step of what I do to clean up my nails right before I would put the top coat on. So I am going to move my towel and everything out of the way. I use the towel to catch the dust. I think it does a better job, and then I can just shake it outside. But then here I'm going to go in with an alcohol pad and clean up the nails a little bit further. You could go wash your hands at this point if you wanted to as well. But I'm just going to rub this on each of the nails. I think I go over it twice just to make sure that I'm cleaning up, you know, all of that dust and getting it out of the well from the nail to the cuticle, and just making sure that it's all perfectly clean for when I go in with my top coat. So I hope you guys found this video useful in terms of my filing routine, and I hope it helped you. Again, just take your time and you'll get there, but you can see here the nails are looking really thin and nice and even, and the cuticle is nice and clean. I am gonna kind of put my nails up against each other just to make sure the length is looking right, but you know, if you had one nail a little bit longer, you could go in with your hand file and fix that up a little bit. But yep, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in my next vid. Bye!